Hello, academic stars around the world. Welcome to Caltex Academy. In case you're new, my name is Julius, and thank you for joining us today. On our board, we have an interesting and beautiful question that is on geometry. It looks easier at the first sight, but I'm seeing some small challenge, especially when you take a look at our small cycle. So the question is asking us to get the area of this shaded region. And the general plan for us to be able to get the area of that shaded region is we need to subtract away the area of this small and big cycle from the area of the rectangle. And it's easier to get the area of the cycle if we know only the radius. Since there's no radius here, then we have some small problem. Now, how do you sort out this? So let's take advantage of these two centers. We can call this center 1 and center 2 of these small and big cycles. Joining these centers together, it will form a straight line. And since I'm using freehand, it's not straight, but let's assume it's a straight line. So we'll also name this as R, representing the radius of the small cycle, and we have here 5 as the radius of the bigger cycle. Remember, from the center to any part of the circumference is always the radius of the cycle. What we need to do is to form out a right angle triangle. How do you form out that right angle triangle? You can also estimate a line. Perhaps let's use a ruler in order for us to be somehow organized. I'm going to put my ruler here and join this line passing through there, and that line of course is called diameter. And here we also need to draw another diameter passing through our small circle. Let me draw a line passing from here to the center. Let's also join certain line here. Our main interest is to have some right angle triangle. Our main task is to get these 3 sides of the triangle, and the triangle is C1, C2, and maybe you can say here N. We already know from here up to here is R plus 5, and that is the hypotenuse of this triangle. Now, since we already say the distance from here to here is R, the radius of the smaller circle, then we have here also this is the same as R. Now, if that is R, up here we also have R. Then from here up to there is the radius of the big cycle, meaning here is also 5 centimeter. Now, how about this side? From here to here is the same as from the center up to that point, and that is also 5 centimeter. So from here is also R. Therefore, meaning this side is also R. What we need to do is, because the height here is the same as the height of our triangle, then we need to have this one as Y because it's the vertical length. Then we need to also have from here up to there as X because it's the horizontal and it's equivalent to our C1N. Therefore, we have here our X, and this one is Y. How do you get this X and Y? For us to be able to get X, we need the sum of R plus X plus 5. Let's go on and do that. So we have here R, if we add to X and add to 5, we should be able to get the total distance SR. SR is the same as PQ, and that is 14. Our main interest is to get X, so we're going to leave X alone here, and for the like terms, we'll have minus 5, also minus R. We can subtract away these 2, so we have X equals to 14 minus 5 is 9 minus R. Let's preserve this as our horizontal distance, and for that case, we call it base of this triangle. Let's move to Y. So for us to get Y, we're going to follow this vertical sum. Since our radius here is 5, also here is 5, when we sum together is the diameter, and diameter is the same as our RQ, and that is 10 centimeter. The sum of PS is the same as QR. Now let's add R plus Y plus 5 to give us 10. And we go ahead and do that. So we have R plus Y plus 5. This must give us 10. Since we need to get only Y, then we can collect like terms and we have Y equals to 10 minus 5 minus R. 10 minus 5 is 5 minus R. So that becomes the height of our triangle. And let's go on and draw this triangle out. Remember, we have this and the height together with the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is R plus 5. Let's make that and we use Pythagoras theorem to work out. We'll have some sketch here, just roughly, when we have that as our right angle triangle, and maybe remove this extra unnecessary part. Then we put our Y as 5 minus R. Remember, they're all in centimeters. Then this one is R plus 5 centimeters as the hypotenuse, and the base X is 9 minus R. So we can move on and put here 9 minus R. Here we can use Pythagoras theorem to work out the square of the base, that is 9 minus R, plus the square of the height, that is 5 minus R, equals the square here of the hypotenuse R plus 5 square. Now let's move on and expand each of these brackets. The first one is we square this term and we have 81. We multiply all these three terms together. 9 times 2 times negative R, we get negative 18 R. Then we square the last term, we have R square. We do the same to the next term here, and the first term is squared, that is 25. We multiply all the three terms together and we get 10 R. Squaring the last term, we get R square. Let's move to the right hand side. We'll have here R square plus 10R plus 25. These R's will cancel and we are left with only 1R here. Therefore, we will have to simplify all this together by adding the terms here. This sums to 106, and we have negative 18R minus 10R. This simplifies to negative 28R, and we have plus R square. This is equals to 10R plus 25. So let's take everything to this side and we have R square. After this R square, we will follow with this term, that is negative 28R. Then we bring in our constant, that is 106. Then we join this in and we have 25. We also bring in, we forgot to bring this before, but there's no problem, equals to 0. So let's get more space and say our R square is goes to 38 R. So we say plus 81, and this is equals to 0. Let's go ahead and solve it using a formula method where the value for A at this equation is 1, the value of B is negative 38, and the value of C is 81. Using the formula, we're getting R. R can be calculated for negative B plus or minus the square root of B square minus 4AC, and we divide this by 2A. So let's make substitution to our formula here. We have negative times negative 38, it becomes positive 38 plus or minus. Also, we have to place our 38 inside the bracket because we are squaring. Then we say minus 4 times A is 1 times C is 81. So we're gonna work out the numerator and also the denominator 2 times 1. Therefore, at this stage, let's rewrite our 38 plus or minus. We need to square our negative 38 to see what we get. Let's have 38 square that is 1444. So inside our root sign we have 1,444, and we subtract away. Let's multiply 4 times 1 is 4 times 81, we get 324. We just say minus 324 inside our square root, and we divide this by 2. So let's subtract these two numbers out and say we had 1,444 minus our answer, and that gives us 1,120. Therefore, let's recopy. The left hand side is R, and we have 38 plus or minus 1,120 under square root, and we divide this by 2. So let's get the square root of this answer. So we say square root of our answer is 4 root 70. So we'll have our R equals to 38 plus or minus 4 root of 70 all over 2. Now we can get two answers from here, considering the signs in the middle. Either the first one is 38 plus 4 root of 70, and we divide this by 2. Let's see what the calculator will give us. So we have this, then we are adding this to 38, and that is the result. Then we divide our answer by 2. What is the answer? So we have 19 plus 2 root 70. Let's write it here. R is equal to 19 plus 2 root 70. And that is the first solution. Let's also look for the second solution. And we say, or we can use a different color for this. R equals to 38 minus 4 root of 70 over 2. Let's use a calculator once more and say 38 when we take away 4 root 70 and you divide this by 2. What do you think is going to be the answer? We have 19 minus 2 root 70. So R equals 19 minus 2 root 70. These two answers, we don't know which one will be valid. We need to see in decimal form. This one is 2.266. Let's put it down. For this, in a rounded version, is the same as 2.266. How about this? Let's move on and say 19 plus 2 root 70, and we see our answer 35.7. That is way too big. 38.7, that is really out of range, because if the total length was 10, how comes that we have to go after that? So our radius is here. Now we're going to get the area of the small circle, because this R is for the small circle here. So let's say area 1 is done for the small circle and is given by pi r square. Now making substitution, here our area 1 equals to, let's keep our pi here and say 19 minus 2 root 70 is our area of the smaller circle in square centimeter, and let's say area 2 is the area of the, okay, let's say this is 1 and this is 2. So that is the area of the bigger circle. Making substitution, we knew earlier on that the radius was 5, so we're going to have 5 square. Now 5 square is 25, so this becomes 25 pi, and that is also in square centimeter. So let's move on and look at the area of the rectangle in which it contains all these two circles. So maybe you can say area 3 of the rectangle is given by length times width. So our length was 14, then we have our area 3 as 14 centimeters times 10 centimeters. So when you multiply this, our area 3 becomes 140 square centimeter. Now, the question is demanding us to get the area of the shaded part. So the area of this shaded region is going to be the area of the rectangle that is A3 minus the area of the bigger circle minus the area of the small circle, that is 1. If you wish, you can combine them together and first add this together before you subtract. Let's have our area as area 3 is 140 minus area 2. Let's scroll up a little bit, and area 2 is 25 pi. We're gonna write here 25 pi and we subtract away area 1. And our area 1 is 19 minus 2 root 70 pi. So let's do that here. This is 19 minus 2 root 70 pi. Now we can move on and simplify this to something a little bit simpler. And by opening up this bracket first, we'll have 140 minus 25 pi. Then negative times positive is negative, so we have 19. And again, we're opening this with pi, so we'll have pi attached there. So negative and negative goes to positive, and we have here 2 root 70 also pi. Then we can move on and simplify this. A is the same as 140 minus, because they are all negative, so we add them together. We get here 4 for 14. Then this is 3 plus the other one, we have 4. So 19 plus 25 is 44 pi. Adding these two, 2 root 70 pi. And since we have root here, we cannot add to this. So let's use our calc to add this one. Because pi is common, we can factor out to make it easy while entering it to a calculator. Minus, you can say in bracket 44 plus 2 root 70 pi. And again, for this one to be right, since we are using minus here, then the bracket must contain a negative, such that if you open up this, you will obtain back negative, and negative times negative is positive. At this stage, we can enter everything into a calculator to see how the answer will look like. We have 140, and this is subtracted away. So let's also create the same bracket here. 44 minus 2 root 70, and we close up this bracket. So after closing up this bracket, we can bring in the value of pi, and our pi is at this button. So we need to use a shift or second function of this exponent button, and we have our pi here. So when we hit our equal sign, then we see our answer automatically here, and that is 54.33888231. So this is our answer. Now I can round this to two decimal places, and that becomes 54.34. So let's put it down, and we have our area of the shaded region is the same as 54.38 and is in square centimeter. Wow, it's a long one, and thank you if you have watched up to this point here for that endurance, and I hope you have learned something. Or if there's any other way in which you can also tackle this question, please curious to see how you tackle it out. Great, and also show for us in the comment section your solution that you have gotten in a different way. Thank you, and see you in my upcoming videos. Peace out.